Today we'll be talking about, the entire labor sector, NLC, and all the drama. I mean, what is Nigeria without drama? All right, let's go in. The labor sector is still reeling from the dramatic arrest and release of Nigerian Labour Congress NLC President Joe Ajaero amidst the ongoing dispute between Labour and the federal government. Now, the saga has sparked widespread outrage, with many questioning the government's handling of the situation and the implications for workers' rights. The NLC has been pushing for improved working conditions, wage increases, and social protection. But the government's response has been perceived as aggressive. And this morning, we're asking, was the arrest of the NLC president a step too far? Is the government's approach to the industrial relations undermining the rights of Nigerian workers? Or are the labor leaders' demands unrealistic? Well, share your thoughts and your reactions with us. Call us now on the phone numbers displaying on your screen. Send us WhatsApp messages, reach out to us via our social media handles, and we're definitely here to hear what you think. Let us discuss the Labour government saga and the way forward for Nigerian workers. This begs the question, what is the fate for, first of all, for Nigerian workers, and then for people who are fighting for the basic rights of Nigerians? We really, with something with Nigeria that really, I wouldn't want to say use for the lack, I want to use a good word, beautiful, is a lack of transparency between the government and the people. You really don't know what to believe anymore because the people do not trust the government.
Just like the drama with the Dangote and
yes, exactly. So what is Nigeria being held for? Why is the fine print not out in the media publicly for us to fully see and understand? Why is nothing being said? What was the outcome of the meeting he had with the police? Why was he arrested? Why is all this? Why was he even released in the middle of the night?
Yeah, the only thing I heard was the operative saying there was no respect for protocol, that he carries himself with so much arrogance. There was a bit of that, and they made it known that Ajaero is someone that does not respect protocol, basically, and they are not attacking the labor union. It's Ajaero as a person. And I said, but at this point, you cannot differentiate. At this point, you're coming to him because he is the president.
If he wasn't, he wouldn't.
He wouldn't be in that position. It was sad that he was going to London for, a particular discussion on the union. So that has taken the union even a step back into making life easy for Nigerians. But then, yes, there are also allegations, let's not forget, and they have not put it in details out there. Let's hear what the recent arrest was all about. So we have to talk intellectually, don't talk sentimentally, and we have to be respectful with our calls and what we say, rather. So good morning.
Good morning, ma.
Yes, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Jacob Steve. I'm calling from Ogun State.
From Ogun State. Good to have you. Let's hear your take on this matter.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I see a good aspect of this whole story. And the positive aspect I see is that there are times people say we learn through experience. Though learning through experience is a very bitter way of learning. But I think that is what Nigerians have chosen. That is the way Nigerians have chosen to learn. And I think it's a good one. Why I say this is because President Jonathan, the former president, removed fuel subsidy, I think 2015 or 2012, or so, I can't remember the year, but you know the story. He removed subsidy. The prices of petrol went from 87 to 141 naira per liter. The whole Nigeria was set on fire, and everybody called Jonathan various names and various despicable names. That was then. Where are the same people today? It is the same thing that Tinubu did to Jonathan that Ajaero is now trying to. He has not even done to him, because what they did to Jonathan there was worse than what is happening today. The same thing that Tinubu did to Jonathan is what they are about to, or they are planning to, or they are intending to do to him, which is blocking at all costs. But it's okay. At least it makes the people to now know who is for them and who is against them. Thank you. That's my take on
I appreciate it. Thank you so much for your take. But yeah, I'm talking about when the former president, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, removed it was 2012. And yes, there was a pushback, and at some point I think it was reversed. But then, yeah, I don't know if it's something we should make comparison to, at this point, because one of these things, it could be a distraction from what the, Nigerian workers are hungry. There's so much, stress on their shoulder right now that it's now, removing our mind from the major concerns of citizens because of this particular case. The price, the minimum wage, still nothing, and other agreements. Let's take this call. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, Sumayya, your colleague. My name is. You're calling from Kebbi State.
Right.
It's good to have you from Benue. Let's hear your take. Oh, from Kebbi.
Yeah, good to have you too.
Okay.
Well, based on the arrest of the Labour president is something we expect actually, because based on what has been happening recently, we knew that it's going to go to that limit because the government they are ready, to maltreat and then make the office so
that is allegedly. I mean, first of all, this is the DSS, so the DSS is doing their own job as secret service.
What, Sumayya, if I may ask you, what is the crime? What is the crime that the president has committed that the DSS will go and arrest him?
Well, one of the things they said is he was still keeping in touch with the British guy that tried to topple the government, and the British guy has not reported to Nigeria yet. So there's
that is political statement.
There is also another allegation, Ibrahim. I don't know if you've heard about the NLC president extorting money. That was the word they used, extortion from people.
Well, to the best of my knowledge, I know that that man is innocent, and they are just trying to frustrate him, not just because of what they said, because what they said was a paper. There was no any proof of that. So all we know is that they are after him purposely because he is trying to create an awareness to the Nigerian people to know what is right and what is wrong. So the government is not taking it lightly, because the first scholar just said that they are afraid of what happened. It was done to the President Jonathan during that day, and he's afraid that this man is going to go all out to make things worse for him. So they are trying to cripple him politically to make sure that he is not going to have any relevance before the people. And we must tell them that we are 100% in support.
All right. I think.
So sad, Ibrahim, you can call us back because I think you have more to say. But yeah, I appreciate your thoughts.
Yeah, while having more to say, I think we're just going to put this out there. As a media house, Trust Television, we are very neutral and we don't take sides. So we are going to put this out there that the callers who are calling in, their opinions are strictly theirs and not the stands of, Trust Television. So we appreciate that while you call in with facts and not just allegations. If you're going to say something, you should have adequate proof to it, and would really love to hear that, because we're here to have, not, like my colleague said, not sentimental conversation, but conversations with facts. So let's quickly take this call. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, my name is Lawal Ademu. I'm calling from Nasarawa State.
All right, thank you for joining us. Go ahead. What's your thoughts on the back and forth between the NLC and the federal government?
Please turn down the volume of your TV and talk to us through your phone.
Yes. Seriously.
Are you still with us? I don't know if we still have that caller, but I think we'll have to let you go. The line will be busy. We want to hear from Nigerians. You get the opportunity, your call connects. Please tone down the volume and stay away from your TV, else we'll just have to, yank you off. All right, let's hear your take on what is happening, the saga between the NLC and the DSS for now, and the police. All right, good morning. have Shetima. Good morning, Shetima.
Good morning, Sumayya. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Good to have you.
How was the day?
No, thank God.
You are talking about the arrest of President of Labour Congress.
Yes.
Labour versus federal government of Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly speaking, the truth of the matter, Sumayya, there is no justification over his arrest. Because up to now, all what they are talking about is a mere allegation. They did not come out and prove that. They could have they could have made more investigations. By the time they found him guilty, then they have much evidence about what they have been charging on him. Then they can lead for his arrest. But now people, they cannot convince that he has any allegations, because there is there is no clear facts about the what they are charging him for. So the best thing is for federal government to just release him for the purpose of peace. Let them release him, please. Let him release him.
He's been released. He has been released on bail. The NLC gave an ultimatum.
Okay, that's we thank God. We thank God for that. Because honestly speaking, the only proof that poor man is enjoying in this country is peace. But by the time altercation arise between the labor and the government, is the masses that will suffer.
Indeed.
Look at the way now our plot have been washing all our houses. If there is no peace, where can we stand? So that's my stand.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much,
Fatima. A really great stand there. Yes, while two elephants are fighting, the grass is suffering, which is, of course, the masses, especially the Nigerian workers. It just takes a step back. These are two groups that have sat down to have an agreement on what Nigerians should expect in coming days. And right now they are at loggerhead. It just seems as though, that agreement has been put to the side. And yeah, people are still suffering and nothing it's been done about it. So yes, this particular allegation for this arrest is different from the previous one.
Yes, yeah, but I don't think they've really brought this out fully for Nigerians to really know. But we're hoping that through the course of the day, we'll get to hear a lot more that is happening. But someone give an instance to Goodluck Jonathan era and this era. Now, during Goodluck Jonathan era, a lot of things came to play. The country wasn't as bad as it is now. No doubt people did protest, but at this point, we have leaders who are in power, and technology has improved, things have changed, and if they're saying that this is what we're noticing from this person, I think the only problems Nigerians have at this point is the brute force that has been applied on such things. I mean, they invited him for questioning, and he went for questioning. Moving forward, why wasn't this brought out? Why didn't we know what happened? Why was he being picked up at the airport? Like the report said yesterday, he was picked up like a common criminal, not even like someone who is like a high citizen in Nigeria, who is the head of the labor union. So all these are things put together that's questioning the honesty and the intention from the government. But let's quickly take this call. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from? Hello. Good morning.
Good morning. I'm Fidelis.
Fidelis, where are you calling us
from Delta State.
Oh, all right, Fidelis. How is Delta today?
Well, Delta is relatively calm.
All right, so go ahead. Share your thoughts. What's your thought on this whole NLC and federal government's brawl?
Yeah, it is. Honestly, we never anticipated that this present regime, which was presumed to be a democratic regime, will be involved in this kind of mouse and cat chase, arresting NLC, and where there are serious security threats all over the country. There are kidnappings, there are herdsmen, Boko Haram. These are areas where our security men should channel their strengths to make sure that there's
the security,
peace in this country.
the arrest, they're saying it's because it also causes. I don't know if you can hear me.
Of food items.
All right, Fidelis, I appreciate you calling. Yes, can you hear us? Well, you seem to wait to hear our reply through your TV, and it's causing a delay from our end here. So appreciate you would have to let you go though. And you were talking about the federal government not actually holding or doing other things. There's been an allegation, like we said, and it's saying that his participation in some of these allegations would cause and disrupt the peace. So just because there's a bigger evil does not mean the lesser evil should not even be checked. We know we have insecurity matters, but if at all these allegations turn out to be true, then they will be doing their job, but it's still an allegation. So we understand your take. Please, if you're calling us, stay away from your TV set. I don't know how much I have to repeat that. Please tone down the volume of your TV and talk to us through your phone. Don't wait for us through your TV because there tend to be a delay. All right, good morning. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, I'm Joshua Dumufinin. I'm calling from Ekiti State, Ikole to be precise.
Oh, Joshua, thank you for calling from Ekiti. Let's hear your take then. Do you still have Joshua?
Please, I want to, even the organizations that make up, especially the media house, should take these things as serious. If the government is not doing well, let's tell them the truth. People are suffering. People are suffering. And there's no effort at all for government to put an end to the suffering of the people. They are just blaming flames. The reality of things, they are not handling it. Now, we talk about protest. Protest is a right for every citizen. Those who champion protests in the previous government are the people working against people who are protesting now. Please, the media houses should be able to come out and tell the government that this thing is wrong. Let them change their mind. See what they can do to improve the life of people. Not the issue of arresting innocent people. Now, we cannot travel so much. Even farmers are suffering because of aged men. What are they doing about it? Those who they label as even a terrorist, how many people are they arrested and prosecuted openly? You see, I know that the minority, when you come out from a minority part of this country, you always suffer. People always suffer. Take, for instance, the same offense Nnamdi Kanu committed is the same offense Igboho committed. But so the Igboho is outside moving. Please.
All right. I'm not following really that case, so we're going to use alleged on that.
The ordinary people will not do that. So thank you. Right. I'm done, but let them do the right thing so that people will enjoy. Nigerians are hardworking people. They don't mostly rely on the government, and they know. Make things easy for us.
All right, Joshua, thank you so much. I'm sure your message has been sent. We hope that the government gets to hear and listen to Nigerians. Of course, this is the reason why we open the phone line to give you, an opportunity to speak to the government directly. A really sad situation. I hear your frustration, and but let's come back to this. Two elephants fighting, and the grass is suffering. Good morning.
Good morning. How are you, my sister?
I'm fine, thank you. Your name and where you're calling us from?
Okay. Ade calling from London.
Hi, Ade. It's good to have you. Let's hear your take.
Good morning. During the COVID time in UK here, our Prime Minister then, Boris Johnson, had a secret party in Downing Street where they were taking beer. One of the journalists got wind of it
and took the picture. When the whole country saw it, everybody was angry. The member of parliament was angry. Do you know that the police went and interviewed the prime minister, sitting prime minister, and was put under caution? When you say under caution in UK, what it means that if you are looking for employment, during your interview, they will tell you, have you been to prison before? Have you been cautioned by the police? Because it's going to be on your record. That is how they voted that man out and replaced with another prime minister who has been voted out now. A sitting prime minister. Nigeria is a citizen of Nigeria. Government doesn't have problem with NLC. Nigeria have the ambition to be president of Nigeria, which is okay. They do it outside. Don't use NLC to do it. A British citizen was accused by government of terrorism, of treasonable offense. He ran to Britain. He's here in London here. And Nigeria is now coming to London, which Nigeria has been interviewed as police before. Which country will allow that to happen? Which country? Tell me. People are just going on one side. We have to do whatever we defend our country first. When Nigeria wasn't elected as NLC president before, he went and formed another NLC association. I mean, you have to look at the trend of who is the leader before people started to judge him because you don't like this government. There is anything they do is bad. No, I support the government. No government will open their eyes and allow Nigeria to come to London in the name of TUC. Is it the TUC president in Nigeria? We have TUC leader now, and they have meeting with somebody who they are looking for. And the country will just leave him like that? No! It's a wrong thing.
So you think the NLC president going to London was an attack on toppling the government?
Of course. They are looking for a British citizen which is here with us in this country here. Nigeria is coming to London. If Nigeria is, sensible enough, it should have even come to London. You should have sent TUC president to come and attend that meeting. Because they are looking for you about this man. And the man is in London. He refused to come to Nigeria. And they are coming to the same London. Which country will allow that? Please look at our country is bigger than anyone. I don't want people to be judging this, whatever I did. I know hunger is everywhere. Hunger is everywhere in the whole world. But it's more in Nigeria than here. I know that. I don't support government for not taking care of common people or poor people. The rest, Nigeria is a single person. They are not fighting with labor. They are fighting with Nigeria because they ask questions to answer. So Nigeria should think about this and think about our country first. Okay, go and ask Nigeria, which class is he coming to London? Is he economic class? So, let's be reasonable, please. God will save my country. God will bless Nigeria and give us good leader up to senators.
Amen.
Thank you, my sister. Good morning.
Appreciate you.
God bless Nigeria. No, I think I understand where Ade is coming from.
Of course.
He is not accusing Ajero of going to London or having anything to do with that. But he's making it clear that the government is looking for someone who has been accused of terrorism financing, who is somehow probably was using the NLC building for whatever it is he was doing, and you are going to London. So it's only normal for the government to want to play safe and arrest if that is the reason.
Yeah.
If there is more that is not being let out. And I understand too, they would also come out to say that it's going to be a high security risk to put such information out there, which is also understandable. It's not every security or insecurity information that is being put out there for the consumption of Nigerians for the sake of, the safety of the nation and all of that. But let's quickly take this call. Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning. I'm Bernard Boniface calling from Kano State.
All right, Bernard, thank you for joining us. Bernard Boniface, what's your thought on the topic for today?
I really appreciate you people concerning the labor of the federal government. If you look at Nigeria, we are really suffering. Number one, if you take a look at the fuel, once the fuel is increased, the market now will increase their product. And when they talk of 17 minimum wage, as federal government increase it, the market also increase their products. You see, we look at what you are facing in this country. Okay, we are talking of many people are against the masses. The government especially is against the masses. Okay, look at the protest that was done for some months ago. Okay, no reasonable
please use your word. Choose your words wisely. And I don't think there will be any place where they will say the government is against the masses. So.
No answer. And hello.
Yeah, we can hear you.
We can hear you.
Hello.
We can hear you.
Nothing was done. And since then, the price of food continue increasing. You see, somebody that is earning 50,000 a month with 2 or 4 children, how can they cope up? You see, look at the inflation in this country.
All right. So with all of this, though, we still want to hear your take on the precedents of the NLC and
the government should do something and have dialogue. Do something to what the masses are crying for.
All right. Appreciate you.
We are suffering, please.
All right. Appreciate you. I'm glad we could offer the platform for you to share your concern.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you so much for that one. As much as we already know, Nigeria has a lot of problem right now, but then the one we're concentrating on today is, the crisis between the federal government, which is the DSS, releasing Joe Ajaero, and of course the police, DSS feel he's a threat, so there has to be an investigation, and we want to hear your take on what is going on. Of course, the Labour Congress are not people that would definitely keep quiet themselves. So from their own angle, they're also bringing out their own thoughts and concerns and arguments and defense. And all of this is going on. But in the middle of all of this, there's a lot of things that has been forgotten. And there's operatives go after Sarab. And we all know what Sarab, of course, stands for. This is a CSO fighting for Nigerians on the side. So now, and there's a raid of the Abuja office. And it is from a ripple effect from, the protest that happened. So we just want to hear your take on all of this. Yes. Not be one-sided, not be sentimental. Let's be smart. It's all about finding solutions. So let's do that. Good morning. Good morning. Do you still have the caller?
Hello. Yeah. Good morning.
Yeah.
Good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Basu. I'm calling from FCT, Abuja. Yeah.
All right. Thank you for joining us. So let's go straight to the topic of discussion. What is your take on the back and forth between the Labour and the federal government, starting from the arrest of Ajaero to, what has been happening and playing out? What's your take on it?
Okay, your topic and your program this morning is highly commendable. And the issue we are talking about is critical. It's something worth discussing. Then, what I am saying here within government and the NLC president, Ajaero, the government don't want anybody to talk about or anybody that is a threat to their dictatorial actions. They
Why do you think so?
That person.
Are you saying Ajaero is a threat?
Because they know the man is in position to use the masses or the Nigerian workers to speak the truth. So that is the reason why they are doing that, man. The plan there is they are planning to remove him so that they will put somebody that will be loyal to them. That is the plan. That is what we are observing here.
Well,
this is our first time of calling on this program.
It's like the federal government is sending their own allegation. You are, sending yours allegation as well.
Did you have an insight we don't know about? Are you getting some inside information that we're not aware of?
This is, I'm telling you, basic facts and truth. What I'm telling you is something you might not know, but every sensitive person will understand what is going on. We have a lot of issues there. The right criminals and everything is going on. If you look at both of them, we are hearing a whole state, state that have state government, that have government. A terrorist is negotiating with the masses, with the state, where there is a state government, telling them you must do this, and they are begging him, please accept this, accept this. And there is security. There is DSS. Where is DSS? Where is Nigerian military? Where is police? When single individual, a tiny somebody, a tiny person, is terrorizing a whole state where there is a government, and they are not going after that person, killing up and down. People are raiding villages just because of one person is in position to use people to speak the truth. They are trying to trap him down.
All right.
Silencing so that they will keep their loyal person. And
okay, all right. I appreciate you. Thank you for your sharing your own take. Of course, the last part is an allegation you're also leveling against the government.
So don't compromise.
But we have to let you go. Thank you so much for your concerns and sharing your take. Yes. Speaking about bringing, other situation, like I said, we know of those situations, and we've had contact with people from Zamfara where the people are the one negotiating with the people. But we have to put it out there also. They are financiers of this terrorism, and that is one.
It won't keep going on till now.
Yes, it's still going on. And then the federal government or the police, DSS, were saying that is one of the charges, or that was one of the charges, allegations placed on Joe Ajaero, which is terrorism financing. And if there is any smell of someone financing it, then that person has to be probed.
But they've come out several to say, we have the list of terrorism financers, and we've never seen the list. But we see people keep being arrested for terrorism financing, and then, one two is under the carpet, and then we don't see what happened afterwards. Or we see the problem with this is the way it's been carried out, like it's a witch hunt or it's a manhunt. It's a problem Nigerians are having. And one thing I know for Nigerians, not to speculate, but Nigerians don't read beyond the headlines. So yes, while you're calling in, please try and read the story beyond the headlines. Try not to make up what you think is facts. You are not a CIA agent.
Let's take this call. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling from.
My name is Prince George. I'm calling from Bidda, Niger State.
Bidda from Niger. Go ahead.
I've been following all this stuff of NLC president and federal government. I felt that the federal government are trying to intimidate and bring down the voice of the people, which is not good.
Okay.
We should please, even if we have anything connection with the government, we should look at the poor masses. We the poor masses, we are the ones suffering the most. All those politicians are not suffering anything. Because they will loot our money, our taxpayer money. They will loot it and still use it against us. You as the media, you should support the NLC in order for the federal government to feel the pain and feel the heat. I hope you do drive your car to your office. How much are you buying fuel before? And how much are you buying it now? Those are the things you should consider. Please. If you have any contribution that you make to advise federal government to bring down, revive the fuel pump price, or to make Nigeria greater again, please do.
That is the prayer.
Anybody that tells you that is not suffering in this country today is lying.
Yeah. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for calling from Niger. And yes, our heart goes to the lives that were lost in the Niger road. About 45 people died yesterday, and it was on the news on Sunday with over 100 cows. Our heart goes to it. But then the media is always doing their job. This is one of the things we're doing, creating accountability, holding people accountable, creating awareness. Nigerians, you get to know what affects you, and then we give you a platform to even share your take on this. But when it comes to siding, I think for a media, the major thing is the country first, the people second, and we hold people accountable in order for Nigeria to be great, for the people to be okay. So as much as we want to be on the NLC, considering they are for the masses as well, we just have to be in the middle and bring you the news as it unfolds, and then we get to dissect, because no matter what, the security is involved and it has to do its job as well. But then subsequently, we'll definitely bring you up to speed with what is happening with this drama. And like Lillian said, yes, do not only look at the headline, follow the story, follow the money, and follow accountability, because we all have to do it together.